Hi, this is Nate Ulrich, Browns beat writer for the Akron Beacon-Journal, alongside columnist Marla Ridenour, and we're here at Browns headquarters Thursday night. This is the day after, about 24 hours ago, the Trent Richardson deal went down. The Browns, of course, traded the third overall pick in last year's draft for a 2014 first-round pick of the Indianapolis Colts. So, Marla, we've had a little bit of time for this news to sink in. What are your biggest takeaways? What's your opinion of the trade? Would you have done it if you were Joe Banner?
I know fans are upset, but getting a first-round pick for an injury-plagued running back, I think, is a steal for the Browns. But the question is, do you trust the guys in charge who are going to take their pick and this pick and get the quarterback of the future? That's still where I kind of have my reservations, but I would have done this deal in a heartbeat.
I see both sides of the trade. I think I totally understand why fans are enraged, because they spend a ton of money on tickets and they want to see good football. They haven't seen it at all, or very little, since 1999. And now you trade a guy who's a face of a franchise, who is supposed to be a cornerstone of the franchise, who is fun to watch, who can, do great things when he's healthy, and I think is going to be a really good player for the Colts. I understand all that. I also understand that the new regime wants to blow everything up, get their guys in here. They want the quarterback of the future. That's what this is all about. They don't think it's Brandon Weeden. All signs indicate that they don't trust him, don't have faith in him, and he hasn't earned it in this little bit of the 2013 season that we've seen so far. So I see the long-term plan that the new regime wants. I see that they have 2 first-round picks in next year's draft, 2 third-round picks in next year's draft, and 2 in the 4th round. So they have 10 picks overall. And if they can cash in, if they can get that quarterback of the future, then I think everybody might be able to look back and say, okay, this makes sense. Right now, it doesn't make sense to the fans because they can't see that guy. They can't see the end result. They can't see the finish line. The scary part is all these other regimes have come in and they've tried to blow it up and do it their way, and it hasn't worked. Let's not forget, 2 years ago, Marla, the Browns had 2 first-round picks. They failed to execute the trade to get the guy they wanted, and that's Robert Griffin III. They ended up with Brandon Weeden, and that experiment looks like it has failed. So what is your level of confidence that it's going to be different, or are you not thinking it will be different and that fans will be justified in their anger right now?
Well, this is such a quarterback-rich draft that I do think they might be able to succeed in spite of themselves. Maybe they'll stumble into the next hand or luck. But like I said, I am worried about making the right decisions. We all see how that Julio Jones trade turned out. Right now that's looking like a bust for the Browns. So, I have some serious doubts about next May 8th, but I'm all in with this at the moment and just hopeful that they can make it work.
The Browns players share the same attitude. In the locker room, it was like a ghost town. Not many people in there. There were a few, a lot of defensive guys. DeQuell Jackson, being the defensive captain, he always steps up and speaks in uncomfortable or awkward situations. And he said he talked to Trent last night, thinks Trent's going to be really good for the Colts. Said his spirits are high, but he was disappointed. He loved Cleveland. And DeQuell said basically, you know what, I don't buy the theory that the new regime is tanking this season. Basically, he was saying, as a player, I can't afford to buy that theory. The fans obviously have a different mindset, but the players in there are trying to stay positive. They're trying to stay upbeat and trying to make the most out of the season. Let's not forget, they've only played 2 games. So it really is almost an unprecedented situation to see a trade like this made that essentially blows up last year's draft and hits the reset button in a major way. But do you think the Browns can salvage anything positive for this season, or are we just all counting down until May 8th?
Well, my gut instinct says we're counting down, but Coach Rob Chudzinski was here when they traded Charlie Frye after the first game. in 2007, I think that
Yeah.
was, and they went 10-6. I mean, that's the one little nugget you can cling to. And, I mean, these guys are playing for their jobs, whether it's for this team or somewhere else. So, I mean, I don't think the players can afford to lay down. So, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I know it looks dire at the moment,
Yeah.
but I still don't think if these guys want to continue their careers, they can't go in the tank. So, hopefully, they'll step up their game now that they know that anybody could be traded.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think I asked you the question, but I think everything points to May 8th. But you can't blame these guys, and you can't blame DeQuell Jackson for saying, "Hey, I can't get into that negative mindset. I'm here now, and we're going to do our best." So, hey, I don't know if the Browns are going to win many games this season. It certainly doesn't look like it, and the trade obviously has cast a larger shadow of doubt on that than before. But it's going to be interesting. This team makes news like no other. So stay with us on Ohio.com. Check back all the time. Thanks for watching, and we'll have plenty of stuff to keep you informed.